YouTube. We live on IG.
We global.
We fucking global. We fucking out here. we trying to get this realization of our dreams, family. We trying to get, listen, we trying to get right. We trying to get in alignment. Let me close my bathroom door because I don't like that background. Better. All right, welcome. Welcome to The Awakening, our weekly check-in for today, the 14th of May, 2022. We live, we awake. And for those of you on IG who don't know what The Awakening is a 12-week program that I am facilitating. It is a 12-week commitment to purpose, to finding our purpose, to discovering our purpose, to moving in our purpose. And it is not easy. It is not easy work because what this 12-week, imagine the 12-week journey as if you are in a 12-step program, much in alignment with Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, NA. Their 12-step program are 12 steps towards recovery. And so we are using The Artist's Way, which is an incredible book. My book is completely, like, my book is completely, I've done this so many times, and I shared, well, I'll get to that. So The Artist's Way is the text that we're using for the 12 weeks, a spiritual path to higher creativity. And one of the things that the author shares is that we're all creatives. We are all of the creator, the grandest creator, and we all are here to create something, whatever that means to us. And so you don't have to be a writer, you don't have to be an artist. This is for anyone who wants to create something significant in their life, for someone who is ready to discover what they're here to do and you really don't know how. It asks a lot of deep questions and it is intense. It's very intensive. It's a thick book. It is not easy. And so, yeah, I'll take a few questions at the end for anyone, but this is our weekly check-in. We are finishing week 2 and beginning week 3. And so, family in the Zoom, this is your opportunity to tell me what the fuck came up for you in week 2, recovering a sense of identity and what you identified as those people in your life who are fucking blocks. Like, what's coming up? What's coming up? Talk to me.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same stuff, just keeps coming up over and over and over. Every time I do these things, it's the same thing. It's me, it's me not stepping up, standing up for myself. And I'm just beginning week 2, so I'm not deep in there, but I do recall from this week's writing, the crazy makers, like the people who just drive you crazy. And that was really helpful for me to identify who those people were in my life, because it's real. They're wreaking havoc in my life.
Okay. Welcome, Leah. So this is our check-in. So Tanika, give me a little intro. Give me a little intro.
I just signed up last night, so
that's great.
I'm just gonna start reading over this weekend. However, I did have the book, and I did it like in my 20s, so it's going to be interesting to start back up again reading this, because I wanted it to be a very disciplined type of reading. So when I saw your workshop, I said, I'm just going to join and just try to devote myself every week to
Mhm.
reading the book. I did start reading the first chapter, and it's just interesting how we've been embedded in our parents, traumas and our parents' ways of thinking, and how it's still affecting me
Mhm.
in my 40s.
Mhm.
So that was just interesting. And just being able to learn how to, clear that thought process. It's a work in progress every day, I'm
Right.
realizing. So yeah, that's it.
Well, welcome, Tamika. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to our journey. People are in different weeks, right? People are doing it at their pace.
Hmm.
I think what I want to offer you is a couple things. The first is when we talk about issues that we are trying to heal from the past, we need to be very gentle because we're talking about breaking generational curses that
Right.
have been in our bodies. So we're feeling like, why are we still thinking about shit that happened to us in our teenage years? Why are we still hurt about shit that happened in our 20s, our 30s? Why is we still mad at motherfucker? We carrying shit from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago too, in addition to. So it's not just what we lived through, but what our people lived through.
Mm.
And so when we see it in that way and we give it a little bit of perspective, it's
Mhm.
not just why am I still, how do I recover from all of that?
Yes.
And I think the beautiful gift that we can give back to our ancestors is movement,
Mm.
is action, whatever the fuck that means. One of the other thing I wanted to offer you and everyone in this space is the artist way is not fucking easy. I have started and stopped more times than I can admit. I have abandoned the fucking journey when shit got too real, when shit got too hot, when shit got too uncomfortable. I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't ready. What wasn't I ready for? To tell the truth. To really tell the truth, to tell the truth about myself, to tell the truth about people who hurt me, to tell the truth about why I am self-sabotaging or have self-sabotaged my life, why I've silenced myself, why I have not allowed myself to shine, why I haven't put myself out in big, you know what I'm saying? And so there was a day I shared this week, and I wish that Isa Net was joining this morning because she shared something beautiful yesterday about the artist's way. And it's right on time for today's intro to week 3. Well, before I get there, I want to say this about the tasks, the homework, the writing. Just fucking pick 3. Don't feel like you need to do all 10. Because then you feel like there are a lot of questions, but they're very repetitive. Pick and choose the things so that you can move through the process and don't feel like I need to give up. It's too fucking much. If you can get to all 10 tasks, the most important, there are 2 that are the most important: the morning pages and your artist date. That's it. If you can commit to that, then you're good. Then you're good. It's like to take it in baby steps and be gentle. So I was having a conversation with Isa, part of so Isa, there are a few people who are part of the 5 a.m. morning sessions, right? And during the morning sessions, generally people work on their morning pages because we're up, we awake. Yesterday, Isa was not feeling the morning pages at all. She shared in our group chat that she was fucking angry. And I thought that was really courageous of her to share because as we enter week 3, it's all about standing in our anger, owning our fucking anger, allowing it to rise and create with that. And because we are angry, we're angry. Those of us who feel like it's too late for us, we're too old. We didn't make it. We're never going to make it. I was listening to something this morning and I sent it to my daughter. It was Judge Judy was being interviewed. And Judge Judy said, fuck it if you didn't make it in your 20s. I'm paraphrasing. Fuck it if you didn't make it in your 20s. You can make it in your 30s. Fuck it if you didn't make it in your 30s. You can make it in your 40s. Fuck it if you didn't make it in your 40s. You can make it in your 50s. And then she went on to say that there was this 80-year-old woman who finally made it, painting or some shit. I don't remember if it was painting. I'm probably making it up, but you get the point. So if we could surrender our attachment to time, that we're running out of time, that it's not in the cards for us, that we'll never have it, we'll be better for it. Yes? Leah, baby, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful, blessed, and highly favored.
Oh, I love it. So update on me. Honestly, like, yeah, like I haven't done honestly like a workshop or like honestly like any like type of like assignments. So this week I kind of just seen like, you know, like where my discipline level is at. Just getting in the flow of reading again. So definitely just going through the artist way already. Like I didn't even read like week 1. I'm still on like going through the morning pages and like, you know, going over the tools and stuff like that. But those were like already impacting me. And I could already feel, I remember last week you said something about just like, oh, you know, like you're going to feel like you got it already. And just reading through what I read through, I already feel like, oh, okay, like, yeah, that's what I needed to hear. Like it, you know, it's like, I'm remembering like, okay, like, yeah, like what, like I was down about this and like, this is playing on my life. Like, you know, it kind of just, it's starting to like remind me of like, hey, like, you know, you got to do the practices every day. You got to write every day. Like, and those things. So I already feel like the intensity of like, okay, like we're going to go through this, you know, like, and yeah, so I'm at the part where they talk about filling the well in the book, just in the very beginning still. But it's been insightful already, just how I said, just with my discipline and like, you know, reading and writing again. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I really do like the morning pages, like the concept of the morning pages. It kind of reminds me of like writing like a shitty first draft type of thing when it comes to writing. And I was just like, duh, like, yeah, like that's so essential. Like I need to, you know, get all this gibberish out before I go, you know, start my day. And I'm like talking all messed up, you know, it's like, it kind of feels like a good process to try to implement, you know, to get the gibberish out and, you know, start your day fresh.
I love that. And as you spoke, one of the things that I was receiving and feeling is that the morning pages are an intimate conversation with God, whatever you believe in, with source, with force, with the creator, with spirit, whatever entity, being, energy you fuck with. The morning pages are an opportunity for us to have a one-on-one about what we're really feeling, what our deepest desires and dreams are. And I remember, so I came out as a writer in 2001. And according to this copy of The Artist's Way, I started it in 2009. I usually date. I have a practice of just dating every time I do this book, but anytime anything I read, let me see. I did it in 2009, I did it in 2010, I did it in 2017, I did it in 2018, and now I'm doing it again in 2022. And when I did it in 2009, this is what I wrote to myself in the intro of the book. August 16th, 2009. My intention is to complete this journey, this process, and come out of this on my way to becoming the artist I was born to be. Shut the fuck up and just do it. Alicia Annabelle, 2009. October 13th, 2010, I put an arrow and wrote, wow, get the fuck out of here. The plane name was in the universe before I even knew it. I wrote that in 2009, and in 2010, I wrote my first one-woman show titled I Was Born. Based on me saying, I am ready to commit to the artist I was born to be. How dope is that?
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. And it's like, I know like when people, you know, like they start talking about manifestation and like a lot of people like don't believe it, or just like something so simple from like how you're saying like the morning pages, how it does connect to spirituality, and it is a meditation, you know, and you can create that space for yourself. And even on like my spiritual journey, I feel like I've only really been in it for about like 2 years now. The last 2 years I really just found a lot of resources and a lot of different people. But these things have kind of always been on my heart. So it was kind of refreshing to hear that from her too, like saying like, you know, this is connected to spirit. Like, you know, like these moments that you have with yourself, they really do, I don't know, add to like your legacy and like your ascension. So it you know, it is real, like, you know, and hearing other people talk more about it, I feel like it's helping me to get out of my skepticism and like get out of like this way of like matrix thinking of like, oh, you have to be like famous, like, you know, to be well off, or like you have to do like, you know, a whole bunch of crazy stuff just to like make like your dreams come true. But you know, in reality, I feel like that's just like a fantasy, and like really pinpointing like what you really want. Like, I feel like it's going to change over time. Like, kind of like how you wrote right there, where you didn't really even know that you were writing, you know, what your true desires were before you even knew, like, and what would come from it. So I think that's awesome.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling to like reflect on my life and see the ways that spirit has showed up and showed out. Like when I reflect on anything that I have achieved, and I have achieved some really fucking beautiful things. It didn't happen when I wanted it to happen. It didn't happen when I expected it to happen. It happened in divine timing. Everything that I'm doing right now, every workshop I create, the building of the house on the land, rematriating to the Dominican Republic, all of this was written 2 decades ago. I mean, I was dreaming this life of mine for a long fucking time. This was not overnight. But then when I started making moves, the universe showed up. And that's the thing about consistency on this journey, is that like even when I most recently, because I've been living in DR now a year, most recently, my visioning shifted. So it was less about creating a vision board. My vision was in action. So like I remember when I came to the Dominican Republic with $9,000. That's what I had. That's what I saved. And I said, I'm taking this money. I had never saved a chunk like that for myself, because if you're anything like me, you're, you know, week by week, making ends meet, just barely making it, if that. I was never good at managing money. I'm fucking great at managing money today. I needed to learn that skill. And so I knew that I was saving for something. And I decided I was going to take that $9,000 and I was going to go to DR, open up a bank account and leave it there, not keep it in the US. Because what I was saying to the universe is I am ready for you to open the doors for me and clear out all the paths so I can make this move. That was in the fall of 2020. The fall of 2020. December of 2020, I went to DR because I needed to do some financial stuff and some banking. And during that trip, I did a beautiful ritual for St. Lazarus. And I remember after doing the offering that I did for like 30 people, because it was a huge, beautiful ritual. Buen día, mama. I decided on the way to the airport, my friend was driving me to the airport, and I was having a conversation with God and said, I'm fucking moving. I feel it in my chest, the nervousness. I feel it in my chest. I said, I'm fucking moving. And I'm not going to wait 6 months. I'm going to move in fucking February. That was December 30th, 2020.
Wow.
I got home to New York City, and I remember saying to my partner on New Year's Eve, I am moving. I'm moving. There were tears. There was a lot of fear. The how can you, but all of that. In January 2nd, 3rd, whenever the shipping company opened, I ordered 3 boxes that I paid $5. I had no money. I had no money. Not because I don't have money, because I had brought it to DR, but I didn't have any. I was starting again, right?
Yeah.
And so I said I was leaving, called the transportation company. They sent me 3 boxes, $15. I did not have the money to pay for the shipping. It was going to take 20 days from the day those first 3 boxes went out to get to the Dominican Republic. So I at least had 20 days to come up with the money to be received on this end to pay for those boxes. But the moment I said, I am doing it, I'm going, the universe conspired in helping me to achieve it. That's why I titled the newsletter that. It's a quote from my favorite book, The Alchemist, where Paulo Coelho writes, when you want something badly enough, the universe will conspire in helping you to achieve it. And the truth of the matter is I was forcing the universe's hands. I was saying, okay, motherfucker, I'm ready. I am fucking ready. I'm about this life. Let's go. And literally, from the moment I ordered the first box, 6 weeks later, all my shit, I was living here. February 13th, 2021, 6 weeks to the motherfucking day. Sigma Fede Fun Chango, because I know Chango, like, sped it up. And here we are. Brenda Lee.
Good morning.
What's up, baby?
You know what's crazy? I woke up at like 6:37. I was like, nah, my body needs a little more rest. And I legit just woke up and I signed into the Zoom. So I'm looking like a hot mess. I got this morning breath, but I logged in. I'm here.
Have you started the book?
I have not, because I wasn't sure, like, what's the flow? Like, what do we do? Like, do we read it and then we like have a discussion about it? Or do we take parts like during session and talk about that? Do you pick like your favorite quote and go from that? Like, I wasn't sure how it rolls. So I was like, I'm just going to show up as me and then I'll find out as I'm there.
I love you. Read a book, read a motherfucking book. You reading this fucking book is what you're doing. Let's start with that. You reading this fucking book, period. And it's going to feel like it's killing you. So my suggestion is this. Read the intro, read week 1, because we are starting week 3 Monday.
Okay.
But also I'm riding with you all till the end of your journey. So whenever you start, I will show up for you for your check-in weekly, even though I'm finishing mine on time.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm riding with you. If you're enrolled in the program, then I'm going to stay with you.
Okay. Yeah, I literally signed up last week at like 10:50 something because I just happened to pop up. And I was like, okay, here, universe telling me, hello, this is where you got to go. So here I am.
So, show up every week. What I want you to know is the two things that you must do are the morning pages, which you'll read about, and your artist state, which is so important. That's
Okay.
artist state is just how it's your self-care, it's your self-love. You don't take anybody on that. It's you. You go on a date by yourself, with yourself, to
Okay.
pamper yourself. And so yeah. Does anyone want to say anything? So while I get ready to close out of here, and then I'll take some questions on IG.
All right. Well, I was just gonna say, so I guess I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. So I guess that's how I'll start my self-care. Mañana.
I love that for you. Anyone else have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to add in my artist date is going to be right now. I had to come to a different area to bring my mom to work. So I was like, you know what? I haven't been on a hike in a while. It's a nice area. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And yeah, I honestly, I really love the outdoors. And I just feel like as of lately, I just haven't been, in my groove doing my thing. Usually I'm like a Saturday, morning hiker type of person. So I'm excited to go on a nice walk right now. It's beautiful outside.
Walks are so important. There's a conversation with nature that happens. Walking for me is like conversations I have in the shower.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
By yourself, there's no one, you with your thoughts, the sounds. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Your artist date, Miriam. What's your artist date? And Tanika, what's your artist date?
I think I'm just gonna I'm sorry, go ahead.
You go.
I think I'm just gonna go to Starbucks, get something to drink, and have my notebook and just chill.
I love that. Have something to drink, little morning cocktail or tea.
Yeah.
Miriam.
I didn't realize like my whole life I've been doing artist dates. I just like to go out by myself and walk and wander and just get lost. I guess it's a New York City thing, like just going out and being inspired and just being alone. I haven't done it this week. I did actually go for a bike ride, but I didn't go alone. So I do have to deliberately go out and do nothing, because I tend to, in my post-COVID mind, I tend to only go out when I have to do something. So I have to get back to the artist in me of just like wandering and just like letting myself be.
I love that for you. Yay. My artist date, I don't know. I would say my artist date is going to the land today, but it's really not an artist date because there's a lot of people over there. So I'm probably going to take myself to eat something really amazing this weekend. Like really, really, like, Alicia, you deserve this because I love to eat. So I'm going to take some questions on IG. Ask me anything, fam. And family, this week is going to be, this week 3 is really going to push you. Week 3, I really feel is the moment where you will either be all in or you will give up. And that will be on you. I encourage you to stay with it because there is a breakthrough at the end of this. And anger is a beautiful roadmap to what's fucking going on in our lives and helps us to understand why it is that we block ourselves. And so if you can fucking rock through that, you'll be better for it. I promise. I'm telling you, I'm a living, breathing example of it. So I love you. Good luck. Good luck digging in. And I will see y'all around the way. Peace, fam.